Hello everyone, it's the biggest comedian or memes for kids 69 here, and welcome to my video about the mid-season for AM Highlander Season 23. First off, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been keeping up in the rankings server and watching my videos. You are the reason I do what I do. Now let's talk about how this AM season has been. First things first, I want to talk about how interesting this season has been. During the first week, I and many people had assumed it was going to be a lot like the last few AM seasons. 1 to 2 contenders and a bunch of nobodies playing for third. But in this season, I feel like there are 5 real teams that have a chance to win it all and many more that could pull off huge upsets. This level of competitiveness to me was achieved at the cost of basically dismantling AM team. Whether it was right or wrong, it really did allow this season to feel like the most sandbag free one in a long time. With being a spectator and not a player this season, it allowed me to look into teams more and get to know more players. During the start of the season, I had no idea who 2/3 of the teams or players were, but making these videos and rankings has allowed me to take a deep dive into each team and the pros/cons they have. It does create a dilemma for me if I want to keep doing this or try to accomplish my goal of becoming a high div heavy, but that's a choice for me to make at a later time. The last thing I want to talk about before I get into teams and playoff predictions is the general skill level of AM right now. This season has kind of felt lackluster with the overall skill of AM. I could see the teams of Make I Am Free Again, Feed, I Buy Pause, and even Medic Lives Don't Matter of last season going 7-0 into playoffs and sweeping it to win grands. But this is all an opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. However, there are some players I wanted to shout out real quick as players who have done wonders on their class this season. For Scout, we have Your Loyal Familiar and BK Big Fish. With Soli, we have Look a Bird along with the familiar faces of Overpaid Rice Farmer and the Lazy Squid. Power goes to Pally. With no surprise on demo, we see Neat along with Crispy, Raisu and Rock of Rocks for Heavy, Mal Klaxo and Congo for NG, Nub and TTL for Medic, Sanguine and Pev for Sniper, and finally Tux and Can't Scrap for Spy. I am sure there are many other players doing well for their team, but I just wanted to shout a few out. Now let's get into the teams and playoff predictions. I mean, there really isn't much to talk about with you. Another season with no hopes of playoffs. You guys must be having some sort of fun though with how long your team has lasted. And you know what? Good for you for staying alive unlike 3 other teams this season. I played against y'all while ringing for Monkey Dory during Upward Week and I thought you had a lot of potential. I guess that didn't pan out well in the end. I guess you're another team that's been playing for so many seasons and yet hard stuck and open. Why? How? Before the season began, we were predicting who would make playoffs. Me and many other people had you guys as locks to be in. Hell, some even said it, you guys had a chance at placements. 4 weeks in and you're 1-3. Was all that time in IM or main worthless? Have you guys really learned nothing? I hope to God somehow you win 3 straight, because I don't want to make a video calling y'all the lolcows of season 23. Please prove me wrong. If a few rounds are played differently on Asheville and Prout, I believe you guys could be sitting at 3-1 with a chance at playoffs, but here we are at 1-3 hell. I know it might be annoying how it played out this way, but keep your heads up, y'all got potential next season. I called y'all the upset team and you were 1 round from taking down Monkful Mondays. While I don't think you guys will make playoffs, I do think you have a chance at ruining someone's hopes at them. Going into week 4, I thought y'all were dead in the water. Now I think it's possible you make playoffs. Not likely, but possible. With your only 2 losses being against top 5 teams, in my opinion, I think a lot is underestimated about you. It's going to be interesting where you fall when things are over. I knew something was up when your only 2 wins were against Whack in a Split and Don't Be Standing, combined with inflated stats and rankings, and we are almost out of fraud check. The match between you and Crystal Pepsi will see who is in to win or who is something they're not. I never would have thought after week 1 we would be talking about you in playoffs, but I guess things change. It was a tough loss versus high newcomer on Prout, but y'all still have high hopes. If Sanguine, Tom, and Congo all play well, I believe it's a lock for playoffs, but anything is possible. It is do or die time right now for y'all. If you want to make playoffs like last season, Vigil is a must win. With your only 1 true win being against Clown College, many people should be calling you fraud. However, I believe y'all still got it. My biggest gripe with you is the sniper gameplay. Either Oi or the Heavy Metal Cowboy has gotta step it up if they want to avoid falling to 2-3. I was calling y'all the coin flip team, but that was supposed to be between matches, not rounds. Sometimes watching you, it feels like it's a different team between rounds. How can you take 2 rounds of a Party Corp on Ash, but almost lose to edge of the line on Prout? I need some consistency from you or you might be out. Y'all should be okay on Vigil though. Welcome back to the age-old question of if a 6th player team can win on a payload map. I almost had written you guys off after losing on Swift, but hey, if you guys win one of the non-Koth maps, you should be in. This week is probably your best chance. I could also see a win on Steel also. Why yes, the other Sixes player team. Your win against Matt Fogg on Upward was super important because all you have to do now is win one product and be in. I could almost guarantee it if you were not one round away from losing to WACC. I'ma just throw that up to a knowledge diff on a new map, but I don't know. If you make playoffs, you won't be doing much. Congrats BTS, you have gotten the schedule from hell. Monkey Dory, Party Corp, and High Newcomer in 3 out of their 5 matches. How unlucky can a team get? You could chalk their 2-2 start to that, but someone needs to step up. It can't be Neat and Tubal doing everything. We saw how weak they looked on Fruit without Neat. If they're going to avoid going 2-3 with a chance at missing playoffs, they're going to have to learn to play without their carries. Good luck. Y'all survived that mid-season player exodus and looked really good against French. Now it's time for the true challenge. Opium on a payload map. This match is going to determine who is most likely the 3 or 4 seed. Even if you lose, y'all are going to be the dark horse of playoffs. See you then. Watching this team on Koth is like looking at art. On payload, it's a different story. How can a team be so good on Koth but so bad on payload? With Crispy at the helm, it's an easy playoff lock for you, but man, do you need to fix your issues on maps that aren't all DM dependent. We will see if you learn from your mistakes or if you will show how easy it is to knock you out in playoffs. Heartbreaker on Prute could smell trouble, but you will bounce back. Y'all have an amazing team but have a few small holes. If you're going to make a run in Grands, Latino and Krusty need to play better. Not to say they're holding your team back, but if they played a little better, it wouldn't be crazy to say you could win it all. 2 rounds away from being 2-2, and here we are at 4-0. Y'all are the reverse edge of the line. Y'all could be losing to an NC team in scrims and turn around to beat Party Corp in an official. Who needs scrims when you're the most clutch team in AM? Jokes aside, if y'all are going to beat Party Corp or even High Newcomer, you can't be letting these games get so close. It's going to bite you one of these days. When your lowest ranking for a team member is 10th, and even that being a little questionable, you know you have a solid, consistent team. You did dodge Neat against BTS, but I don't think that would have mattered. Y'all are just too consistently good. You are now most likely, barring a choke, going to go 7-0, and I will heed a warning. It means nothing until playoffs. As a man who was on a 7-0 team that got in trouble at the worst time, your record means nothing until playoffs, especially in an AM as close as this one. Keep your consistency up and learn how to deal with adversity before it's too late. You can do it. Here are my predictions for playoff if it's 10 teams. 1 seed Party Corp, 2 seed High Newcomer, 3 seed Monkey Dory, 4 seed Opium, 5 seed Burgatorial, 6 seed BTS, 7 seed Monkful Mondays, 8 seed Mookie Moo, 9 seed Crystal Pepsi, and 10 seed French. If it's 8 teams, then cut out the 10 and 9 seed. I thank you for watching, and we will see how wrong my predictions are.